Oh, that's right. It is time to leave your worries outside and laugh with us inside the Treehouse. I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trinholm and Raj Sharma. Trey, what do we have in store for Dear Treehouse today?
Well, we're going to start off with something that just makes you shake your head and go, "Why?" Dear Treehouse,
brother, you're gonna need to narrow that down quite a bit. I feel like that's every time I open my phone or watch the news.
My husband confessed to me, husband 29, confessed to me last night that at a friend's Bucks night, bachelor party, 2 weeks before our wedding last year, his friend paid for a private lap dance. He was drunk and coked up, and during the lap dance, as a consequence, made out with the stripper. He promised that's all it was. I was so scared before he confessed that he slept with someone, cheats on me when he broke the news, cheated on me when he broke the news. I wasn't even fazed that much. He was distraught, telling me this. He was almost hyperventilating in fear that I would leave him. I was consoling him as he was a mess. I felt so bad for how bad he was feeling. He told me I don't need to console him, and he was apologetic and remorseful, but I was very forgiving in the moment.
She messed up.
Today, I am mad at the thought of him kissing another woman when he knows how I feel about strippers. Nothing against them. I just don't want my husband being around them. I feel silly going back on my forgiveness. Is that wrong? I am actually hurt and so disappointed.
Man, it's got to be it's got to be so confusing to be a feminist, but also jealous. Like just that conflicting world happening right there, because on one hand you want to support your fellow woman on going to get, being empowered and doing your thing, girl, but at the same time, don't make out with my husband. All right, so let me make sure I got this straight. Bachelor party, the now husband on the bachelor party night, his best man buys him a lap dance, and he tongued down a stripper.
Mm-hmm.
The now husband. Mm-hmm. He confesses, and
a year later. Wife. This is like a year later.
Why?
It takes time. It takes time to
for what?
Build up the courage to confess.
No, but
sometimes it takes a year.
That window closed a long time ago. There are windows for certain things in relationships, I feel, and this is one that was closed a long time ago and never should have been opened again. I don't know why he would confess a year later.
I had an ex-girlfriend buy me a lap dance at the clubhouse one night, and she was over the moon about it. Like,
was she your ex at the time, or she was your current at the time?
She was my current at the time.
Yeah,
and she's the one that bought the lap dance, and she's like, "Go for it."
Well, I think there's something. If they're there, it's one thing. If it's
they're always here. They're always here in my heart.
They're here, and they're here,
and here.
You just don't want
always
them
with
here
or there.
There, yeah. That's why it's important to have ground rules.
She was like, if you want to have a threesome, we just have to find the right person. Like, that was the thing. Like, I was like, okay, that's not my thing. But good to know, I guess. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
maybe he thought she was on the same page as he was with the best man.
I'm going to say no, because from what Trey said in the description, he was so distraught and fearful about coming clean and confessing to her. He was expecting her to, to dump him, to divorce him. And instead, he's going the route that she feels bad for him about how bad he feels. So she consoles him, which that's not fair. Because to me, all she was doing in that moment was also she's laying groundwork for him to do worse things. He's like, all you did was kiss her. That's fine. I thought it was going to be way worse. And now he's like, well, if I just baby step it, eventually I can get to,
He was laying groundwork as well. But I mean, I think well, he was the one who was upset. She is angry a year later.
Well, she's angry. This was recently, but yeah, I mean, after she thought about it, she's now angry. Big surprise.
Yeah.
But
because in the moment she hadn't processed it all. So let me make sure I have the timeline correct. A year ago, he made out with a stripper.
Bachelor
they
party.
got married. Then now present day, he tells her.
Yes.
Got it. And then in the moment she consoled him, but now after a little bit of time has passed after his confessional, she's now rightfully upset that he did something he shouldn't have.
Yeah, big shocker. She's thought about it and now she's really pissed.
Mm-hmm.
But
you know what? She should be.
And maybe it's my
I don't know.
Maybe it's my flawed deal, but why now? Why?
Yeah,
why did you decide you needed to confess this? What good? Listen, it's like in AA when you make amends. There's basically this caveat which says, if your amend is going to do more harm than good, keep it to yourself.
Yes.
Yep. What good did you think was going to come out of this?
Hey, maybe he was just trying to be an honest guy and be like, listen, this is what
No.
this has been on my mind for a while.
A year. No. No. To me, no. That's why I'm saying in relation, you have a window. You have a window in which you need to confess this thing. I'm wondering what else was going on recently that he all of a sudden felt the need to confess this thing that happened a year ago.
Also, let's move the stripper aside. The cocaine wasn't a problem.
Clearly not. The way this is written, that's just like, he's
coked up.
Yeah, it was a Saturday night.
To me, that would be the ultimate excuse. That would be the reason that you made out with the stripper. It's like, baby, I had no idea what I was doing. I was coked out of my mind. And that is the reason you did it.
No, when you're coked out of your mind, you know what you're doing.
Well, yeah. Here's the other thing.
I've never done it, so I don't know.
I don't think the way this is written, I don't think this is. If he blames it on the coke, I think he's going to have a lot more explaining to do about a bunch of other nights.
Yeah.
Again, that's where it depends. Was this his first time? Whatever.
If it was just booze, like you can blame it on booze. Like, hey, I was drunk. I didn't realize what was going on. I woke up the next day and I realized what happened, blah, blah, blah. But when you're drunk and on cocaine, start with those two first. Yeah. Stripper third.
Yeah. Okay, so with cocaine, there is no blackout. In fact, it's the opposite. It's everything's hyper aware and awake.
Yes.
Got it, yeah.
But I've got to assume.
But yes.
I've got to assume there was someone in the group of friends that knows what happened, told his significant other, like they're breaking up or something, and he's worried he's about to get busted.
Right. That's because otherwise there's no reason to ever bring it up ever again, let alone a year later. No, honestly, unless there's photographic or video evidence of the night in question, I mean, you're talking about a year later, deniability is high for him. Be like,
yeah, you saved that for therapy. you don't tell the wife. That's silly.
Yeah. You want to work through some issues and you really feel guilty about it, go to therapy and talk to a therapist about why you did it. Not necessarily just because you just want to offload the burden onto someone else to see if she'll keep you around, kind of a thing.
But also, flip side, isn't that a decent dude? Like, he's like, hey man, this has been on my mind for a year. I am so sorry. I was on drugs and drunk and I did this.
If he truly feels sorry, then yeah, I'm fine with that. But you can't go the boohoo, woe is me, I feel so badly, blah, blah, blah. You just need to be kind of straight with it and be like, all right, look, I feel terribly about this. I feel so bad about it. I'm now going to tell you what I did. I did this thing. I did X, Y, Z. And I've thought about long and hard about whether or not I should say anything. I decided to tell you because it's the right thing to do. And I want to, and if he wants to be with her, he needs to say that. He's like, look, I want to be with you and I want you to know so you can decide whether or not you can get past this thing to stay with me. That's really about the only way I think he could go about it. I still say you don't say anything.
Well,
I'm sure he was long and hard too. So
if you're really if it's eating you up with that much guilt, wouldn't it have been prudent to talk about this before the wedding?
Yes.
no.
That's why I
Do you
go
know
back
how-
to my window. You go
Do
back
you
to the
know-
window.
Do you know how expensive weddings are?
Well, no, I understand. But if you're trying to be a good guy and it's eating you up with guilt, don't you want to confess your sins before you say I do?
You cut the cake fucking first.
Like, you're going to be in trouble either way.
Yes, you cut the cake and then fucking, hey, I'm sorry about that. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah. Right before you do the little like smush the cake in each other's mouth kind of thing, as you're slicing it, you just whisper to her, I made out with the stripper. Shunk.
And that's when you'll know if she's the one.
By whether or not she stabbed you with the
With
the
the
cutlery.
knife.
Because you told her at the right time about you give her the power right then and there.
Yeah.
Or give you the option to stab me if you want. I made out with the stripper on my bachelor party.
Or there's another, because it says the wedding was in March and you do the math, or something more than kissing happened and he's got to take a DNA test.
I don't know how it happened, baby. Everything was above the clothes.
You said you wanted kids.
Yeah, baby, I got good news, bad news.
You didn't say they had to be yours.
I found us a surprise surrogate. I didn't cheat on you. I just did a surprise surrogate. Aren't you
Meet
happy?
Mercedes.
Yes. Happy Valentine's Day. By the way, I've also gone ahead and and hired on a production crew to follow us around for the reality show we are now going to film.
I'll see you on
Forward-
Lifetime.
Yeah. Oh God. There are a lot of levels to this one, Trey. That's a doozy. Oh man. Why? Oh.
Oh, I mean, I had I had an ex that worked at Baby Dolls. She was the bartender there. And I would come in just to pick her up from work and sit down and grab a beer, and she would buy me lap dances. So it just depends on, like, I didn't feel any, I felt weird, but there was no guilt. Like, this guy obviously had some sort of like moment where he was over a year has been stewing on this.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I feel like
I think something more happened.
I think something else was coming, because if he's truly guilty, he would have said something a year prior. Waiting a year before he says something else was about to drop.
Interesting. I like the friend idea. Like, somebody else ratted him out. That I can see.
Yep. I mean, it's got to. That's the only thing that makes sense. I don't know any other guy that'd be like, after a year later, all of like, do you really feel that badly about something you did a year ago? No, especially if you knew it was wrong. If you knew it was wrong and a year later you still think about it, you're not thinking about how badly you feel about it. You're thinking a year later, I got away with it. I'm in the clear.
That's a solid point. Yeah, I'd if nobody ratted me out in a year, I'm like, okay, we're good. We don't have to do anything at all. So for him to come clean, the other shoe is about to drop.
Yeah, either Mercedes Jr. is about to drop, or
That's what I'm going to name my child. There's no other senior, but Mercedes Jr. is just his name.
yeah, Raj. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm actually really, really good with naming babies.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, one of my favorites was Thud.
Thud.
Thud, because that's the noise he made when he fell out. It was a very special couple. And for those that have been listening to the Treehouse Show long enough, they will know who I'm talking about and appreciate baby Thud. So if now I have a Mount Rushmore of baby names. I have Thud and Mercedes Jr.
Nickname C-Class.
I like you gave him the smallest version He's not even an E class.
No, C class for a different reason because it's Trey.
Yeah.
And she's driving it. And he's under it.
All right. Next up.
Yes.
Dan, I don't know if you may not relate to this. I think Raj will. I do. Because I don't know if you ever dated anyone with kids.
Yes. Sort of.
Okay. So
Not seriously. How about that?
Am I the asshole for breaking up with my girlfriend when her kid called me names and she didn't tell him to knock it off?
No.
My ex-girlfriend, Heather, and I are both teachers. She's 48 and I'm 48. She's 34. Got together 4 years ago.
Well done.
I've known her son since he was 11. I have no biological children, just getting the facts out of the way. I had a polite relationship with her son for the 4 years I've known him. Good kid, blah, blah, blah. His father is a waste of air. So Dan Jr., that was the kid, wasn't really a problem for most of our relationship. His dad was and is a jerk, but not around more than most. Anyways, then Heather and I started talking about getting married, and all of a sudden he started mouthing off and misbehaving, saying stuff that I couldn't replace his dad. He was confrontational. I'm a teacher, so I've seen many kids go through this. I talked to Heather about getting him some therapy and also suggested family therapy. She said she's seen students too, and she should know what he needs. Just after Christmas.
Can I interrupt real quick? Just a quick clarifying question. How old is the kid?
The kid would now be 15.
Okay.
Just after Christmas break, he started calling me a pedophile. That's the kind of thing that could end my career. Talked to Heather about it, and she said he was just working through his emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I understood he was angry and confused, but some words could lead to severe consequences. She refused to see my position. I brought it up in counseling, and she still defended Dan Jr. The kid said it again in therapy. He said I could have been her teacher when she was in elementary school, which, while it's technically true, I never met her until she was 30. So I can't take any chances. I broke up with her and moved out. She thinks I'm overreacting.
Nope.
Her folks think we need to just slow down and give the kid a chance to catch up. I miss her. But like I said, I can't have that word around me. And she couldn't control her kid. Am I being an asshole?
No.
No.
In fact, you're a freaking saint, because if I was you, no, I am not a pedophile. I am, however, a punchophile. The reason I asked how old the kid is like, is he old enough to deck? Because that is, and this is also a reason why I don't have children, because I'm like 15, punchable, absolutely. He did the right thing. He did the mature thing. He did the very responsible, professional thing by getting himself out of that situation. And and you know what? Maybe might not be a bad idea to move. Fresh start. Get out of that town. I don't know how big it is, but get out. Because he's right. You can't have that P word following you around, period, if you're a person, but especially if you are a teacher.
I mean, that's what I did. My ex, her daughter, said same thing. Not pedophile, but she's like, I met her when she was 11, and this was when she was 16 or 17, and she said, I didn't like you from the moment I met you, and I was
the
blown
daughter
away.
was 11.
Yes.
Okay.
She's like, I didn't like you from the moment I met you, and I was like, that's kind of. But I went to, like, if it's like, dad daughter dance or whatever, I'm the stepdad. That's what she used to call me to her friends. So I Christmas presents and birthday presents and all that stuff. And this is what I said to her when she was 16, 17. I said, but you took every gift I ever gave you. And she's like, yeah. I go, you know who does that? Strippers. That's who does that. They pretend to like men that they don't like, and take gifts that are given to them. And as she said that, I remember this vividly. Her mom was on the phone. My ex was on the phone, like just watching YouTube. She didn't correct the daughter, like, hey man, he's done so much for you. So I was like, I'm out of this immediately, because there's no reason to, this is not salvageable. And her,
To me, it's
her
a
actual
red.
dad,
Yeah.
her dad, deadbeat. Like, he lives at home with his father and plays Roblox with her.
So to me, it is a red flag. If, like, to me as an adult, as a parent, it's a red flag if you don't recognize that your children are fallible. If you're of the mindset that your children are perfect little angels and can do no wrong, then you should run as fast as you can in the opposite direction, because because that's not a parent. Because children are supposed to learn from their parents. Parents are supposed to teach their children. And if they don't teach the children how to, speak with, communicate, get along with elders, people in authority, or just good old fashioned human respect, then you need to run.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, we would just randomly, like, I'd look at her and be like, hey, you want to go to the mall? I just want to walk around. Let's go do something. And I'd buy her something like a sweatshirt or a t-shirt or whatever it was. And, oh, you're the best. You're the best. You're one of my best friends. Fist bump and all that stuff these kids do today. And to be hit with that revelation of, I never liked you from the minute I met you.
Which, keep in mind, this was also coming from a teenager. So her saying that, it could very well be true. It also may have just been her saying that in the moment because she just wanted to hurt you for, in the moment.
She wasn't agitated. She wasn't hyped up. Just out of nowhere, just that came out of her mouth. And I was like, wow, okay, give me everything that I ever gave you.
Yeah.
And then I put it in the trash.
In hindsight, it is one of the greatest tells on the person you're dating of how their kids act. And if I could go back and redo things, that I could have saved myself multiple bad relationships in just that litmus test.
Yeah.
While keeping in mind, sometimes, and we've all seen this, and for some of us, we've experienced it, you can have a 2 or 3 child household, and you might have one perfect kid and you might have one hellion. And that's where it gets interesting. Because if all the kids are hellions, then you should run. If they're all perfect, they're probably great. But if you got a split household on that, where it's like one's bad, one's really good, then sometimes it's not necessarily the parent. It's just sometimes you just get a bad seed.
Well, and I totally agree with you on that. But it is how the parent addresses the child misbehaving. That is the greatest tell. If they just sweep it under the rug or justify it or anything else, you have a problem, and it's just going to get bigger.
I mean, that's what my biological brother, who was 2 years older than me. Like, my mother absolutely coddled him his entire life, and he turned out to be a giant piece of shit. Where I was left, hey, my mom used to say this. She's like, "You're going to be fine. I'm not worried about you." Okay, well, that doesn't make any sense. Because please worry about me a little bit. But yeah, I mean, she made him the way he is today. And that's just so unfortunate, because I mean, I'm sure he could have been a good person. He just never knew how to become one.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying it's so important. You have to be taught certain things. Some things you're just going to learn on your own. Some things are going to happen. You'll learn as you go through, but some things need to be beaten into you.
I never saw him get an ass whooping ever. Our entire life. It was always me. And he would also throw me under the bus. So, like, if something happened, he'd be like, he did that. And my mom would believe him. Because why would he lie? Right? That shit is crazy to me. Like, kids lie. That's what they do.
Who's mommy's favorite sociopath?
He is a sociopath. Legitimately. Like, has no remorse, has no feeling. But now apparently he's a little I guess mentally ill. I got a call from one of the neighbors that he was just standing in the yard.
I don't think that's brand new. I just think it came out of its husk.
He's a tamale.
That's probably why he's standing in the middle of the street screaming, "I'm a tamale!" I think he may have a problem. Call his brother. For all things Treehouse, go to treehouseonair.com. If you enjoyed Dear Treehouse here on YouTube, do us a favor. Go listen to the regular Treehouse shows. You're going to love those as well. Available on your favorite podcasting platforms. It's the Treehouse Show podcast. We'll see you next time right here inside the Treehouse.